Hey everybody, Bobby Murray here, and welcome to my live chat. I'm doing a daily chat just to engage people on topics that are relevant to me on connection and politics and parenting, and mostly about the power of connection because we all have to connect with each other, we all have to relate to each other. Now, yesterday was my daughter's birthday. Raya turned 6 years old, and I love her spunk and her energy. And I thought, what is it that my daughter does, or how does she connect that actually can teach me about politics? We've been talking a lot about politics. I've been talking about it for the last 2 months, and obviously a lot of stuff been going on last week ever since Trump got elected. So let's talk about this. I want to get into the idea of what my daughter has taught me about politics. So if you have any thoughts on this, again, comment below, share your questions, ideas, your own reflections. You must, if you have kids, no matter what age they are, they may have seen how you're doing. You may have talked about what you're going through. You may have talked about the different things that are going on. So what has my daughter taught me about politics? Well, and the reason I talk about this is because my daughter, her last report card said that she was actually really good at conflict management with her peers. So she actually has a diverse range of friends. So she has, one friend who's this way, another friend who's this way, and another friend who's this way and that way. And for the most part, the report card said that she was really good at managing conflict amongst her friends, which I was like, wow, that's kind of cool because, okay, I'd like to be able to do that. What is she doing that's working so well? So I've talked to her about, a few things in terms of what she believes and what she thinks. And one of the things that she, says is that all her friends are important to her. And it doesn't matter. So one of the things is because all her friends are important to her, she doesn't, even though they're different, she's willing to manage and navigate their differences and be very open to who they are. And she also has a really good idea of each person in terms of what she likes about them. And so when I think about that in terms of politics, it's really important for us as an exercise to understand what is it we can appreciate or acknowledge about every single person or every single thing that's kind of going on. So to me, that's an important aspect to think about. So when you think about Trump or Hillary Clinton or the other people that are involved, whether the new political players that are being selected, it's really important to think about, okay, fine, what is it that I can find likable? Okay, that's the first thing. But the second thing she says is that whenever someone does something bad to her, so someone hit her in the playground and she fell, scraped her knees, and I said, so did you keep playing with them? She's like, no, I didn't play. I didn't. She said sorry, so that was good. But I didn't play with her afterwards. I said, why not? Well, I was mad. I said, oh, okay. And then she's like, but I played with her later. So what that tells me from a politics standpoint is that it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to, if someone does something, particularly if they exhibit a behavior that upsets you or causes damage or harm to you, you definitely should call them out. That's totally fine in politics. And then her friend who, automatically said, I'm sorry. If those people apologize, then you know what, that's great because that's the first step to correcting and healing whatever connection you have with that person. So it's okay to call and be angry. But it's even better if you can apologize and take responsibility for your actions, because that's how it's going to start healing things. The challenge becomes in politics when people don't take responsibility for their actions, or they just see with kind of certain lenses, or they are not willing to even accept an apology, or at least an attempt to try to mend fences. And I know again, and I know politics is divisive, and I understand that. But when I watch my daughter and how she navigates her friends and her circle and her network, it certainly gives me thought that as much as I believe what I believe, and I have friends who believe what they believe. One of the things I'm finding in the whole political thing is that there's this side and there's this side, and they're kind of yelling at each other, but I don't see people really listening and connecting. And what I also find is the issues that we have are kind of, there's overlapping stuff. There's overlapping, it can't be all this or all that. There's definitely overlaps, and so it's important for people to understand how those overlaps work and understand that. So an issue that one person that's a Trump supporter might have, an issue that a Hillary supporter might have, they actually may have stuff in common, but there's certain aspects that are different. So it's being able to navigate that and figure that out that really makes it important. But as my daughter always says, she's like, Daddy, You know, she's different than her, and but they're both my friends because we have fun together, and we're all on the same playground. We're all in the same play structure. So again, going back to politics, we're all in the same playground. We're all in the same country. We're all on the same planet. So we have to find a way to get along. That doesn't mean you can't call out stuff. Like by all means, if things are going wrong and people are doing bad things, you got to call it out. And I had another deep conversation today with another friend about politics and how we certainly talk a certain way and we don't are feeling uncomfortable sharing our opinions. It's important for us to share our opinions and to create an environment where you can share your opinions. But at the same time, you also have to do it without being a jerk to people. So the people that are doing it in very vitriolic and divisive ways are just speaking to their echo chambers. The ones who can do it in thoughtful ways, open discussion, open dialogue, invite differences of opinions. That's how you're going to avoid the echo chambers. So my daughter, now that she's 6, she feels like she's on top of the world and she can conquer the world. I feel so excited to have a 6-year-old girl who's so excited to conquer the world. And for me, I want to make sure I do everything I can to create a world that she can conquer anything she wants. So that's up to me. It's up to us to try to make that world and make this world a better place. So as you go on with what's going on in your lives and your politics, again, call out stuff that is obviously bad. Don't play partisan politics. And by all means, don't be divisive and hateful towards each other. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to fight for what you want. I totally agree with that. But again, you got to find a way that's going to actually lead to some impact. And the best way to create impact is really to understand one another, connect, and focus on behaviors and actions and not on attacking people. So that's it for today. I'll be here every day. Hope you guys will join me again and share your comments and ideas below. Share your questions or topics, things you want me to cover, and I will do that next time I see you. All right? Have yourself a great day. Bye.